Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. This is the first episode in a series for 2024 called Garden Update. Really fancy name. I know that people like to see the growth of some of the plants they've been watching in videos, and they like to see harvest. So I'm going to do short videos just updating people on both of those things. As of February 2nd today, what I'm really doing is growing all of my seed starts. Now I have some larger tomatoes and peppers in here. You didn't miss the window to get them planted. I'm in Maryland Zone 7. I actually just planted pepper seeds for my actual garden. I'll be talking about the plants, as we go down the list. Real quick, let's just actually start here with onions. The onions here were started on 12/22. So these are about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, about 6 weeks, 7 weeks old from putting the seeds in. I like to grow them indoors for about 8 weeks. I grow them this way. You just tease out the onions, the roots are almost indestructible, and put them into your garden. Now they were started early for video. I'm actually starting onions as of January 27th. This is how quickly they germinate. This will give them about 6 or 8 weeks of growth, the timing that I want them to get out into my garden, and I'm going to have tons of onions. This year I'm growing more of just what I like versus all kinds of different varieties for videos. So let's start at the top. Just planted about a week ago, my cool weather crops. You can see that they're at different sizes in there. It's really important to keep your seed starts when you break the surface really close to the light. So I'm just using some styrofoam from boxes that I got, stuff delivered here. Over here is actually my pepper plants. A lot of the pepper plants I'm growing are just 4 varieties. Poblanos, jalapenos, bell, facing heaven, and bananas. Okay, 5 varieties. That's what I eat mostly. So I'm growing a lot of those. I'll be selling some of these, and my plant sale that I'll be doing. So for tomatoes, for peppers, I like to have them really get 8, 10, 12 weeks worth of growth indoors. We'll be getting to some peppers that are larger in a second. Swiss chard right there. And like I said, I just planted my cool weather crops that will actually go into my garden. That's endive in the front, some broccoli in the back. And when you come down here, here's a good example. This is kale that was planted on 12/17. So that's about, 7 weeks worth of growth. So 7 weeks, that's beautiful kale. It's a perfect transplant. This is about the size that I want. So a lot of my cool weather crops, I want a good 8 weeks indoors, get them to size. I'm growing them in larger containers than your standard 6-cell. This way they have more root room. I don't have to pot up. I sell all this stuff at my seed shop. Want to just pull these out. This is ginger. And let me bring it down here. You can see the little sprouts that are starting on here. This is something, here's a better example. I started this about 4 weeks ago. Just put it in a Ziploc bag. I didn't even cut this into pieces. I'll cut these into 2-inch pieces when they go out to the garden. But you want your ginger to get a good 10 months worth of growing, and that's a long time. It's almost impossible to do here in Maryland. But by starting it in a bag, getting it to sprout, it's going to grow roots. I can get a good 2 months jump on the season and get this out into the soil when it's warm, and I'll be able to really harvest ginger. So I like doing that. Now is a good time. This was started a little bit early, again, for video reasons. The sweet potatoes back there, I have plenty of videos on this. You can see that that's all sprouting. These were started on January 3rd, so not even 4 weeks worth of growth, or maybe 4 weeks. You want the slips to be a good 4 to 6 inches before you cut them, put them in water, let them root out. So starting your sweet potatoes now should work with respect to getting plenty of slips to plant out into your garden. In Maryland, they will go out in May. And I like starting them in a seed starting mix. Just keep it moist. I definitely recommend putting it on a heating pad. That really speeds up the growth, the budding of your sweet potatoes. Mixed in there, some carnations, some rosemary transplants. In the back we have asparagus. We'll get to that in a second. As we come down here, you can see some basil in the back. I'll be talking about that. So the herbs here were started at the end of December. Herbs can stay in the house for a good 12 weeks. They are also pretty much indestructible. Give them a good enough cell size so they don't get root bound, but they can grow inside for a while. These were started in the beginning of December, and they're much larger. And that's thyme in the front, parsley, oregano. I'm growing them in these large 6 cells that I sell with respect to, I just want them to sit in there. I don't want to have to pot them up. I don't want to have to deal with them. I let them grow. If I start them in the smaller cells, I usually put them in the 4 cells. If they get too big in there, they will get potted up into the 6 cells. The point is you can start either in the real tiny cells, like this, and maybe you have to do this because you don't have a lot of grow light space, or you can start in something larger, like the 6 cells, and you can save yourself time of having to pot them up, or you can even start them in something large like that. It all really depends on how much space you have under your grow lights. The peppers all in here were actually started on 12/6. These are potted up a couple of days ago. You can see all the peppers. These are pretty close to 8-9 weeks old, and they're a good size. It'd be perfect for them to go out into the garden. I'll be saving these. These were for video props, but I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm going to be potting them up like I did, growing them indoors. They're going to be growing for a good 12 or 16 weeks before they get out into my garden for their permanent place to rest and grow. I'll be putting them in gallon pots. They'll be going into my sunken cold frames, into my greenhouse. And I'm really hoping to get a big jump on getting a harvest sooner for peppers. The whole key with peppers is I could have these beautiful big transplants. I could put them out in April, keep them protected from the frost. They're just going to sit there. They're going to turn purple because the ground is too cold. Peppers and tomatoes and eggplant, tomatillos too, you want to time so that you're getting into really warm soil in that top 2, 4, 6 inches, you know, around 60 degrees. They take off, they flourish, they thrive. Got some butterfly weed down there that was started in the beginning of, well, maybe I think it was actually the middle of December, beginning of January. Growing a lot of perennial flowers. A lot of the perennial flowers you can grow for a good 10 weeks indoors. These are Tiny Tim tomatoes. They will be getting potted up into quart root pouches, fabric pots, and I'm going to grow Tiny Tims indoors. I have a whole Tiny Tim kit, which I'll link to the products of this video. But I grew them last year, and I was able to grow right down on the bottom shelf all kinds of cherry tomatoes, dwarf, micro dwarf variety, and it worked really, really well. All right, let's go around to this side. You can start asparagus from seed. These were started on 12/30, so they're not, you know, a little past 4 weeks old. This is a great way to grow asparagus. It can be expensive to buy crowns through the mail. Start the seeds, just let them grow. They get these very thick, wiry roots too, almost impossible to kill. Don't overwater, don't keep water. Keep the soil waterlogged and soggy. Let them dry out in between. So we go to February, March, April. I'll put these out. That's a good 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks worth of growth. I'll have these massive roots. Put them where you want asparagus. Asparagus will come back year after year for a good 15 years. You'll be able to start harvesting asparagus 2 to 3 years from when you plant it. Here are some more onions planted on the 27th. All sprouting, and I again just overseed that. You know, taking a peek in here, the cool weather crops. And again, styrofoam or books or something really helps to push the flat closer to the lights. This way you don't have to keep moving the lights up and down. And I like to keep them close to the lights for a good 7 days after germination. You know, coming down here, not much more. Here's some more tomato plants. Tomato plants I'm going to try and grow for 6 to 8 weeks indoors before they would go outside. Growing a lot of basil. Just topped one off right here for a series coming up to show how by pinching the top, this one's unpinched, that you get more side shoot growth. So a lot of these, like I said, are used for props. But this is really where I'm at as of February 2nd. Let's take a look and look at all, let me lift this up. Look at all the peppers. Lots of herbs. So things are growing really well. I still have a good 8 weeks before I can get much out into my garden with respect to any of this. A lot of the cool weather crops, yes, they can take a freeze, they can take a frost, but you want to get them into soil where they're going to kind of thrive and take off. Soil temps for cool weather crops, much lower than the warm weather crops. All right, let's go back around to the front. This is my first garden update for 2024. I'll be doing this pretty regularly. Still going to be doing the garden ramblings, which will be a long format, 25, 30 minutes of just walking through my garden. But this is where I am as of February 2nd. I'm really excited for the season. If you guys have any questions about growing, leave them in the comments. And please subscribe, follow me, because I'll be really just about growing everything you can think of inside as transplants, either here or in my greenhouse. I'll be direct seeding outside, the whole 9 yards. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. And you don't need all these grow lights. Just one level of grow lights, you can start an entire garden and you can save some money on transplants. Thanks for watching.